Usually when you talk about a medical diagnosis, there's this expectation of like total precision.
Right, like an absolute certainty.
Exactly. You break your arm, the x-ray shows that jagged white line, and the doctor just points at it and says, there it is. Broken or not broken.
It's binary.
Yeah, completely binary. But then you step into the world of neurodevelopment and trauma, and suddenly that x-ray machine is just broken. We're looking at a diagnostic landscape that is totally murky, where the solid ground you thought you were standing on is actually a carefully constructed illusion.
It's entirely fabricated.
Right, and that unsettling realization is exactly what we are exploring today, because the stack of sources sitting in front of us for this deep dive is, frankly, it's wild.
It really is. It seems completely disjointed at first glance.
Oh, totally. Like, we are looking at a trio of source materials that seem entirely disconnected. First, we have this investigative expose from a YouTube channel called Savvy Finance,
featuring the journalist Whitney Webb.
Yeah, Whitney Webb detailing a massive proposed overhaul of the entire international monetary system. And then right next to that, we have transcripts from Mr. Nightmare.
Which is a completely different vibe.
Completely.
Right.
Detailing 3 real-life spring break horror stories. Just terrifying true crime stuff.
Yeah.
And finally, we have these step-by-step tutorials from YouTube creators named TAYYAB and Grow Like Pro.
Teaching people overseas how to build fully automated AI-generated YouTube channels.
Exactly, to farm ad revenue from American audiences. So you've got global finance, true crime, and foreign AI side hustles.
But there's a through line.
Right. Our mission for this deep dive is to uncover the singular common thread running through all of them, which is the architecture of manufactured realities.
Because these sources essentially serve as blueprints. They show us how invisible systems are being engineered all around us.
And at different scales, too.
Exactly. We are analyzing reality manipulation operating at 3 distinct scales. You have the macro level of global finance, then the micro level of localized physical traps, and finally, the digital level of automated attention farming.
Okay, let's unpack this by starting at the macro level. I mean, I'm talking about the entire global economy here.
The biggest scale possible.
Right. So according to the Savvy Finance video featuring Whitney Webb, there is a coordinated push by major global institutions figures like Larry Fink of BlackRock and Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum
to essentially redesign human economic existence.
Yeah, which is a terrifying phrase. The source frames this as a new Bretton Woods moment. Now, just as a quick baseline for you listening, Bretton Woods was the 1944 agreement that set up the modern financial system, right?
Yeah, pegging currencies to the dollar, creating the IMF, that whole structure.
Exactly. But Webb's investigation claims this new push isn't about currencies pegged to gold or even fiat money. It's about a system pegged to biometric data.
Biometric data, and crucially, compliance. The architecture described in the Savvy Finance piece rests on 3 distinct pillars. You've got digital IDs, central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs and ESG scores.
Environmental, social, and governance metrics.
Right. And the source argues that these aren't just, administrative upgrades to banking software.
Like it's not just a new app?
No, it's rather the foundation for a financial panopticon. And the critical mechanism here is the proposed fusion of these elements.
Okay, wait, explain that fusion part, because that's where it gets really dystopian.
Well, a digital ID, in the framework Webb describes, isn't simply a digitized driver's license on your phone. It is an AI-mediated fusion of an individual's financial ledger, travel history, medical records, educational credentials, and telecommunications access.
So it's everything. It's your entire life condensed into one digital token.
Everything fused together.
And the marketing pitch for this infrastructure, which the source notes is heavily promoted by the UN and the Bank for International